All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most destructive and, frankly, infamous lies in the financial world, the Ponzi scheme. We're going to break down exactly how it works, why it is always, always doomed to fail, and, most importantly, how you can spot the warning signs and protect yourself. Let's just start with a number, $50 billion. That's the mind-boggling scale of the fraud that Bernie Madoff pulled off. It ran for decades, and it just wiped out the life savings of thousands of people. It's a number so big it's almost hard to wrap your head around, and it just begs one simple question. How in the world did that happen?
And in the end, it all came down to this one simple, chilling confession from the man himself. Madoff's own words. It's all one big lie. It wasn't some super complex trading strategy gone wrong or a bad market turn. Nope. It was just a lie, plain and simple. A lie built on a surprisingly basic and fatally flawed blueprint. So to figure out how to protect ourselves, we first have to get under the hood and really look at the engine of the fraud itself. What exactly is a Ponzi scheme? Okay, here's the absolute heart of the matter. Forget stocks, bonds, crypto, whatever, just for a second. The money that's paying out returns isn't coming from any real investment. The person running the show is simply taking money from new investors, let's call them person B, to pay off the earlier investors, person A, all while taking a nice big slice for themselves. It creates this illusion of a successful business, but it's really just a shell game. And that right there, that's the fatal flaw. It is a mathematical black hole. To keep paying those early folks, you need more and more and more new investors, and the number you need grows exponentially. Eventually, you just plain run out of people. The second that flow of new money even slows down, the entire house of cards comes crashing down. It is never a question of if it will fail. It's only a question of when. Now, you've probably heard the name Ponzi, right? Charles Ponzi made the scam so famous back in 1920 that it's now named after him. But get this, he didn't even invent it. This type of fraud has been around for over 150 years. It just keeps adapting its disguise, from postal coupons in the 1920s to Madoff's secret black box trading strategy in the 2000s. The packaging changes, but the scam underneath, it stays exactly the same.
Okay, quick but important detour. People mix up Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes all the time. Here's the simple difference. In a Ponzi scheme, you're basically a passive investor. You give them your money and you wait for those promised returns. But in a pyramid scheme, you have to do the work. You have to actively go out and recruit new people into the program to make any money. So think, passive versus active. That's the key. All right, so if these schemes are doomed to fail and they've been around forever, there have to be clues, right? Oh, you bet there are. Over the years, regulators have pinpointed a very clear pattern of warning signs, the kind of red flags that, looking back, were so often missed. Think of this as your personal scam detector checklist. Number 1, anyone promising guaranteed high returns with little to no risk, that should set off alarm bells immediately. High returns always come with high risk. Number 2, be suspicious of returns that are just too perfect, like they never have a down month, even when the entire market is tanking. And this is a big one. If the investment or the person selling it isn't registered with regulators, or if their strategy is some secret sauce they can't possibly explain, just run. And if you want a perfect, almost comical, real-world example, look no further than Madoff. Here's a guy supposedly managing tens of billions of dollars, but his books were being audited by this tiny 3-person firm in a strip mall. I mean, come on. An operational detail like that is a screaming red flag. It's like hiring a guy with a rowboat to inspect an aircraft carrier. It just makes no sense. So, Madoff's house of cards came crashing down in 2008. But did the scam die? Not a chance. It just evolved. It found a brand new playground, one that's faster, more anonymous, and has a truly global reach, the digital world. So why has crypto become such a hotspot for these old school scams? Well, it really boils down to 2 things. First, the technology is new and it's pretty complex, so investors are sometimes less skeptical. It's just easier to believe in crazy returns when you don't fully understand how it all works. And second, the seeming anonymity of crypto makes it way harder for regulators to follow the money trail. And the fallout from this? It is just staggering. I mean, look at these figures. Reported losses from these kinds of investment scams shot up 24% in just 1 year, hitting over $5 billion. This is not some small niche problem. It's a massive and growing threat.
So the playbook has been updated for the digital age, but the core tactics are the same. You've got to be wary of any unsolicited contact, those random DMs on social media or texts promising guaranteed profits. You have to scrutinize everything, from fake websites that are designed to look just like legitimate ones to those AI-generated deepfake videos of celebrities supposedly endorsing a project. They use high-pressure tactics, telling you it's a limited time opportunity to rush you, and be really skeptical of vague promises of huge yields from things like staking or high-yield investment programs. It's the same old scam. It's just being delivered to you on your phone. Even Wall Street heavyweights see the pattern. When JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon called some crypto projects decentralized Ponzi schemes, he wasn't just being dramatic. He was pointing out that when a system promises crazy high yields that aren't tied to any real economic activity and it relies only on new money coming in, well, it doesn't matter what fancy new name you give it. The engine is the same.
Okay, we've dissected the scam, we've seen its new digital costume. Now for the most important part. How do you actually build a shield to protect yourself?
This right here is probably the most important thing to understand. Scammers aren't really trying to beat your brain. They're aiming for your gut. They create this intense sense of urgency. They play on your fear of missing out, FOMO, and they'll pretend to be some kind of authority figure to get you to act fast before you have a chance to think. Recognizing these emotional triggers is your absolute first line of defense.
So what's your defense? It's a simple 3-step mantra you can use anytime you feel that pressure. Step 1, just slow down. Any legitimate opportunity will still be there tomorrow. Step 2, verify everything on your own. Don't click the link they sent you in an email. Go to the official SEC or FINRA website yourself and look them up. And step 3, if they're demanding you pay with crypto, a wire transfer, or gift cards, methods that are pretty much irreversible, that is a giant red flag. It's almost certainly a scam.
And look, you don't have to do this alone. There are official free tools that you absolutely should have in your back pocket. Before you give a single dollar to anyone, use the SEC's IAPD database and FINRA's BrokerCheck to make sure that both the company and the person you're talking to are registered and legit. It takes 5 minutes, and it is the single best thing you can do to protect your money. When you strip everything else away, this is what it all comes down to. From postal coupons to blockchain, the delivery mechanism evolves. The packaging changes, the technology gets more complex. But the fundamental lie at the center of it all, paying old investors with new investors' money, that stays exactly the same. So I'm going to leave you with this thought, because that next can't-miss opportunity is right around the corner. It always is. The only question is, now that you know the blueprint, now that you've seen inside the machine, will you be able to recognize the con hiding in plain sight?